Hello, everybody. This is Danny
And Wanda.
from Deep South Homestead. We are taking this opportunity, and yes, it is early. It's an hour early, as a matter of fact.
Weather.
The weather's getting bad. The wind is blowing about 30 or 40 miles an hour out there, and we don't know with the incoming storm exactly how long we will be able to stay on.
And we know at 8 o'clock we probably could not even come on. So we're a little early, and we apologize to those of you that expect us at 8. It's one of those things that it's come on now and possibly get cut off during this time, or just not come on at all.
Yeah, and I realize not many people are popping in because they're not expecting us at this time.
Yeah. And
so it's been an interesting day. The wind has been blowing like 30 miles an hour here all day. Hey, Kenny. Yeah, it is early, like we were talking about. The weather is going to be getting bad, and we figured by the time we would normally be going live, there's no way that we'd be able to go live because the weather is supposed to get really bad.
We've been watching the wind, and I put a video up. You didn't know, but I put a video up on Crazy Days just with the wind. The wind's been crazy, even 3 or 4 days ago.
Oh, it's been a lot of wind for the last several, and we have a lot forecasted for the next week.
Yeah. So the wind's kind of crazy here, and we know I'm watching the top of the trees now while it's still daylight, and they're just bowing.
Hey, Mama tried. Hey, Tina. Yeah, it's just, Kenny said we had snow again in Colorado today. Then they warm up for 3 days and could cool off for a couple. That's it. It's the same thing here.
No, we don't get snow.
We don't. No, I'm talking about the weather changing. The weather changes like every 2 or 3 days. We get some kind of.
It's going to be in the 40s this coming week, and
for the next few days, yeah, it'll be in the 40s.
So. I see lots of people.
Oh, there they all come.
Stivers and Papa Truck and Lou and Thrifty VG.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Bee Gees. Do we want to go there? No.
We don't want to go there.
And Sharon and Joni and Gemini Homestead, Brenda and Jay, Diana, Debt Free Donna, Christy.
Yeah, guys, we're coming in like we said in the beginning. We're coming in early because the weather is supposed to get really bad here in the next hour or so.
It's in Baton Rouge.
It's in Baton Rouge right now. We don't know if by the time we got ready to go live at 8, if the weather would be made it to here or not. So, if we're on somebody else's time, we apologize. But in order for us to get this live stream in, we have to do this, we believe.
Yeah, or we just wouldn't be doing one tonight.
Or we'd just be doing nothing. And tonight's an important night. A lot has happened today and yesterday. And it really needs, it really needs some attention.
So we want to talk first. Which one? Where were you going first?
I think we should talk about Andy.
Yeah, Andy from Andy's
backyard.
Tennessee backyard.
I forget. They changed him.
He changed his name.
He changed his name. But anyway, he was at the gathering.
He'll probably show up in here. Or, either Two Family or Country Girl. Andy he's been in the hospital for a while. He was in there several days here week before last, I believe it was. Right after the gathering anyway. He ended up in the hospital and had a lot of issues. And so Two Family Homestead is there now helping him. And we just think that's wonderful that they can go do that.
That's part of what we're talking about when we say community, the fact that some of our subscribers can go help other subscribers when they're in need. And guys, look, none of us are immune to this kind of stuff. Andy didn't plan on this happening. It just happened. And Andy's not alone in our community. We have a lot of things that's going on in our community right now that really needs prayers. It needs attention. The Aldermans, Miss Patty Alderman and Tommy Alderman. Miss Patty lost her mother yesterday.
Last night. And Patty and Tommy have been really instrumental in the Homestead community.
Yes.
When Danny was in the hospital, when I was in the hospital, Tommy kept all our viewers up to speed on what was going on. he would call and check in with us, and then he would go live and tell people what was going on.
Yeah.
And he's done that for many people, not just us, but Tommy has been really special about that. And we want y'all to remember Patty and Tommy, and especially all Patty's family.
Yeah.
Because of
the loss of her mother.
Her mother.
It's a traumatic time, and not only Patty. I mean, the Lorries. Brian lost his stepmother. Here a couple of weeks ago. They're going through some life-changing events right now. Also, you know, we want to keep them in our prayers. Anytime you lose a family member like that, whether you're close or whether you're not close, whichever one, it still alters the way you are. And if y'all hear anything, the wind in the background is going crazy. It's not rain, it's wind.
Yeah, we've had no rain all day, so we're okay.
Yeah, and we'd also like to take the time tonight to mention Amanda from Freedom Acres. Miss Amanda had surgery yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Amanda.
She went home today. She is doing okay.
Yeah, she's doing okay today.
Let y'all know she is.
Let you know she's out of the hospital. She's doing
drowsy,
good.
But she's okay.
And she may or may not pop in here tonight. You know, she's probably expecting us at 8, which a lot of people probably are. But Amanda, as most of y'all know, is a single mother trying to raise a small child. And her life income right now is doTERRA, and she tries to sell essential oils to kind of help fund herself along because she typically cannot hold a job because she has, and I don't think Amanda would mind me going into this detail.
I think she explained a little bit on her channel.
Well, she did. I watched the video, but Amanda has stage 4 endometriosis, and that's what she had surgery for. She had to have a hysterectomy, I think it was, and to go in and try to remove as much of the endo as possible for her future health, for herself and for her child, because she was staying down most of the month. She was down. She was up and able to get around a few days out of the month and be able to be good. We noticed it here, how that she would go down and be able not to do anything, stay bedridden for a while. But hopefully this surgery will help her to be able to recover and to be able to
live a reasonably healthy life now. Not to say she was unhealthy. She handled with the oils. She had gotten herself off many medications. She wasn't on meds.
Right.
The oils have helped her. And if you guys don't know her story, you go over and watch, because she does a video talking about how many meds she came off of.
Yeah.
And the oils helped her. So, you know, that's a big deal for someone like her to come off that many meds. Yes. Most people can't do it.
Most people can't do it, but Amanda was able to do it. And yeah, as many of y'all know, if you follow Amanda had a dream of being able to move to a new homestead place this summer. And now that she's had this surgery, I'm sure it's going to set her back
for a while.
And if she watches this, she's probably going to kill me. I know it. But I'm going to do something, and I don't quite know that I have her permission to do it. But guys, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know. I do know in talking to Amanda when the bean counters, I'm going to call them the bean counters, when they came around in the hospital room when she was getting ready to leave. In the beginning, it was told to her that her surgery would be paid for 100% by her insurance, and the insurance companies come around and told her that they weren't going to be able to pay for all of it, and she has now incurred a sizable amount of money that she's got to pay. And I hope she doesn't mind this, but I'm going to ask that if anyone would like to help Amanda with her medical expenses, then you can do that. And if she chews me out, you know, for doing this, then it's on me. But
I don't think so.
I remember a time when y'all were kind and you were generous and you helped me and Wanda when we were in the hospital. And I remember a time when we helped other people through auctions and stuff like that on other channels, because the aldermans, when Tommy went in the hospital and the dog bit him in the face, how he had some medical expenses, and actually people rallied around Tommy and really helped him, and you'll never know what that done for Tommy.
Yeah, we talked to him about that, and he said just the community and the love that people sent, and just now with everything that's going on, you know, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you guys feel led, you don't have to, but if you feel
led and you would like to bless Amanda with a gift, then we're going to put up her her PayPal account. I guess that's what it is.
Well, I said I would.
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to. Will we?
Give it time. I don't know what's going on here.
Anyway, let me tell you, it is
Amanda at myfreedomacres.com on PayPal.
On PayPal.
For some reason,
it says that we have an error and we would have to try again.
Let's try it again and see.
We'll try.
Okay, there we go.
No, it keeps taking it away.
Okay, for whatever
reason, maybe we can't post her thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I own the channel.
Yeah, it's our channel. Let's see if it allows us to do this, because it says, Music Well says you're fine, you're there.
Oh, it did show up?
It's not showing up on our side. It's showing that it didn't go in.
It takes it off every time I type it in.
Every time we type it in, it takes it away. But anyway, it's
yeah, just type her, Amanda at myfreedomacres.com for PayPal if you guys want to help.
If you want to help her. And maybe Amanda won't chop both of my arms off for doing this.
And I saw, let me see which one said they were having possible gallbladder. Papa Truck. He said he's having a UT on the 22nd that's possible gallbladder. I just talked to B Lady, and her husband Mark is going in for surgery.
Surgery. Did you say spinal?
What day did I say? I done forgot what day. Anyway, she may not want me to tell you what day. Let's just say he's going in for surgery.
Okay.
So y'all remember Mark. B Lady and Mark have been here. We just have the best time with people that come here. And we want to bless them by getting the word out. If you guys feel led, go over to B Ladies and tell her you're praying for her. Go over to Tommy and Patty's. Go to Amanda's. Go to Andy's. Who else did I mention? It seemed like there may be others. Let them know that you're thinking of them. And some of you have already said you're like Papa Truck is having something coming up. And then I saw Gemini today. The storm came through Louisiana, and she said she was blessed that all it did was take her greenhouse. She had just built a nice little greenhouse, and it just knocked it off the blocks. Hopefully she can redo and fix it.
It didn't do too much damage to her plants and stuff that she had planted and all.
But that's one reason Danny and I did not check into. A lot of people said high tunnel. We just didn't do it. We get a lot of wind and we're on a hill, a high hill.
Okay, there he is. The Music Well said Amanda at myfreedomacres.com. He spelled it out instead of typing, because it won't let him type it out, he said.
Okay, I don't know what the deal is with YouTube all of a sudden. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because when you put in a link,
it may be Amanda may have settings or something.
No, it was YouTube.
Is it YouTube? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
and I saw another. I can't remember their name, but anyway, the husband was at home with the kids, and the wife is gone on a trip, and the people would know if I could call the name of the channel, and I can't call it. But anyway, he was home. He's in Texas, and he said that a tornado went close to his property, but he said it scared them and it scared the kids, but they were all okay. But he did show some damage in the area, and the tornado did strike in the area. Yeah. So this weather's ferocious.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad storm system. I did the video this past week about what's coming with this storm, how that Kansas, Nebraska, Montana, Minnesota, Michigan, up through there, this is a massive storm system. This is an unusual storm system. And And yes, I do see the one where it says they talked about Starry.
Yes.
Starry. Starry has contacted us.
Yeah, we want to keep
we want to keep Starry in our prayers too, because guys, look, none of us are immune to these problems.
Even though Starry thought she was the best, healthiest thing ever, she has some issues, and she and I messaged back and forth about that a little bit, and she's very upbeat.
Yeah.
Very, very upbeat. And if you guys haven't ever seen her channel, she talks about God and she blesses God all the time, and she's very uplifting. So
yeah.
Guys, y'all keep Starry in your prayers,
yes,
and go over and just tell her how much you love her, and she appreciates that. That seems to keep Starry going.
It does keep Starry going. Yes, the question is being asked: are we on early because of the weather? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Starry. Time to so says she's had a stressful year, and yes, she has. Lady Dane 49. Thank you for coming by.
Scratchmade jumped in, and we want to add Leslie's mom to this list.
Yes.
Leslie's mom has been kind of up and down for the past year, and Leslie goes back and forth to her hometown all the time, and so we want to add them. Nikki Stanley.
Yep. Nikki's had cancer, and
it's reoccurred in another spot, and she's a young woman. She's in.
What's Nikki?
Maybe
probably in her
30. Maybe 30. I don't even know if she's 30.
I don't even know if she's 30 or not.
And Nikki's been here several times, and I consider her my baby girl.
Yeah.
And y'all, it breaks my heart to see people like her going through this.
Yeah.
And so we want to add her to our list, and anybody that's in the path of this storm.
Anybody that's in the path of this storm. This storm, I mean, we're having 30 and 40 mile an hour winds right now.
Yeah.
And they're talking about 60 and plus.
Well, I saw one thing. People that are an hour and a half ahead above us were saying that they were told 100-mile-per-hour wind.
Yeah, that's hurricane force
and that's
wind.
where my kids are, guys. And so that kind of freaks me out a little bit that they may have 100-mile-per-hour winds around their area.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I may have to take this thing down and open this window here, because it's warm in here.
You can. It's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah.
Jim and I said they had the 70-mile-per-hour winds there. So that, I mean, we're watching it now. It's got to be pretty.
Well, what's getting us is the temperature is
the humidity's going up.
The humidity's going up.
The temperature's going up.
The temperature and all, and it's getting hot right now. It's in the 80s in here.
Yes, and Franklin, Texas is where I saw that they had a really bad tornado. And they said Tennessee
and west central Arkansas. Well, where Amanda's at right now, it is not let up raining at all today. It's been really crazy.
Yeah, if you have row covers on, we haven't put any row covers down because this wind would have just ripped them off.
Oh, they would have ripped them off, yeah. I mean, we were going to put plastic containers over our tomatoes and peppers and all. It would have just blew them right off there. So we just decided, you know what, there's no way we can stop what's going on.
Florida homesteaders, so they were up to 90 degrees today. 2 days ago, we were at 93. That was the actual temperature.
Yeah.
And I don't know, today, did it make it out of the 70s? Did it make it to 80?
Oh, today was 84.
84, okay.
Yeah. A Living Miracle Homestead says, please add me that. I just had upper and lower GI. The doctor said she didn't see visible cancer, but she did have to take several biopsies. So we want to keep Living Miracle Homestead on our prayer list.
Jump off A. He said, hi, Miss Wanda and Daniel. She. I'm not sure. When y'all have names like that, if I say he and you're a she, or you're she and he, just forgive us.
Yeah, it says, Jim and I says we put it in God's hands and prayed that, there was nothing that they could do
to stop it.
Stop it.
And that's what the guy's name in Texas, I believe, is John, and I don't know how you say his last name. It's Primeaux or something like that. And I don't know how you say it, but that's the one that has the channel I was talking about. He said he and the kids went into a room and just prayed. He said because he knew at that moment there was nothing he could do, and he just watched the weather as it came in.
Yeah.
It just missed his house. So, that's Firefly Moonpie jumped in.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, the live stream is not about us.
No.
That's one thing that y'all have to understand. It's not about Wanda and I. It's never about us. We do this to be a blessing to others, and we want to be able to
primo is how you say it. I didn't know how you said that.
But we want to be able to, in times like these, we want to be able to stop, take a moment, and to ask for prayers for everybody. And that's what we want in our community. We're not interested in people who are here for entertainment or all that kind of stuff. We are serious. This is a serious thing for us. Now, there's a time and a purpose for playing, and there's a time and a purpose for entertainment, and there's a time and a purpose for crying and everything else it says in Ecclesiastes. But we are here tonight basically to think about other people.
And food, because of all the things that is going on in the United States, but worldwide.
Worldwide now.
The food shortages, they are coming. And we really encourage you, when this weather gets to where you can plant something.
Yes.
Plant something. Anything you can do. Stock up if you can't plant.
Hello, Beulah Land Homestead.
Buy something, even if it is Thrive Life or whatever.
Whatever it is.
Buy it. Even though Danny and I can't eat Thrive Life, I probably could, but Danny can't, so I won't be stocking up Thrive. But if you cannot grow something, go to the grocery store and buy up extra. Go somewhere, because it is coming, guys. And we want to pray for the farmers and the big farmers.
The people raising the food. I mean, you talk about Nebraska, Kansas. We were sent some messages the other day that Kansas has lost its wheat crop. This will be the second year in a row, a lot of it. And I don't literally talk about everything that we get, the information, because a lot of it, guys, if I was to sit and talk about all the information that I get, people would swear I'm the most down person that there is. But I'm not. All I'm trying to do is share information periodically that we get here on our channel. And I do it mainly to let you people know, because let me put it this way, I don't trust the news. Okay?
Well, who does?
And I trust people who are, if they're living in that state and they're living in that county, and it's happening to them right there, and they send me a thing.
Yeah, and like Mary says, she's in northern Illinois. They just said that they may be going below freezing tonight with a chance of snow at 100%. She said it's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, I believe that.
Because she lives there.
Because she lives there. And if my news says something, I'm going to just say, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But when I'm talking to people who's actually living there, and they're sending me pictures, they're sending me emails, they're sending me clippings out of newspapers and stuff like this, I'm going to share that.
Yes.
Because to me, that's firsthand information.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it from the news.
Yeah, we don't even watch the local news. We don't turn it on, because when we do, it's all about some kind of party, something that's going on or something. It's more either somebody's been shot and killed, which I'm not saying that's.
I'm not saying it's a bad. Well, it is a bad thing, but we're not trying to down it.
Yeah, we're not downplaying it.
Right.
But that's all that's on there, or either, the new shopping mall just opened a new store, or so and so did this, and it's not anything important. It's just crazy. We don't watch the news.
Yeah.
The news lowers my IQ. It dumbs you down.
Well, what Mary's vegetable garden there says, according to the news, they were supposed to have rain all day, big day today in the morning, and said it hadn't rained a drop, been sunny and hot. So that's what I'm talking about. I guess a weatherman's job is the only job you can have where if you're wrong, you don't get fired.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But
yeah,
we didn't even really write. Did we write down anything to talk about tonight?
Not really. Broussard jump in.
He said he had to get right back out.
Yeah, he jumped in for a second.
Yeah.
They're in the center of the weather probably right about now, because Broussard is over in Louisiana and it's coming through their way. I did put some things up, and I got to remember what I put up, because.
Okay. Well, we'll look at a few pictures here, because Miss Wanda was a little busy today. I was working on a cabin for a while. Well, it flooded here this morning. Let me put that. It flooded.
Up until.
What about 8?
I quit before then. It was
about 7.
6:30.
Right after daylight.
6:30.
Right after daylight, it quit.
Yeah, it quit. And for the barking dogs, let's just kind of breeze through that right quick. They were horrible. We went over to the cabin.
We spent the night.
They were horrible when we were trying. They were fine as we were eating.
As we were eating, they were fine. And we said, you know what? Let's just do a little let's do a quick video and kind of show what we're doing here at the cabin for YouTube. And let's just kind of show what it's.
I think they hear us.
Well, it may be. But, but, you know, where it's just kind of, it's a peaceful evening and show them what it's like to be at the candy corn cabin. And when we sat down, it started.
So we just
So
waited.
we just kind of waited. We said, well, if it stops, we'll do the video. But it just kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going. And I was just like, you probably saw me. I picked my arm up, looked at my watch like that. I was like, okay. And finally, after about 3 minutes of it, we just left the camera. It went on another, 4 or 5 more minutes of it.
We just shut it off.
We basically just turned it off. I told her, I said, we're not going to be able to do this, you know.
So I came over and put that up because that was just how frustrated I felt.
We were so angry.
But after a while, they calmed down. I don't even know how long. And one thing we did do, we went inside.
Yeah, we did go inside.
I came back over, and y'all, I walked back and forth. I walked over here. It was almost dusk dark. We got a what is it? Battery?
It's a battery powered
plus a crank.
Plus a hand crank radio.
From the carousel box when Palmetto Paratrooper sent it to us.
Yeah.
We were the first ones that got it, so he had put it in there. And when I saw it, I'm like, I want that. So I came over, gathered up batteries, took it, and as I walked back, I sat and cranked it the whole time. And Danny says, if you've got batteries, you don't need to crank it.
You don't have to crank it if you
I
got
said, but I
batteries,
want to make sure it works. So I cranked all the way back over there. Plus the dogs were, I think they were still barking some at that point, and I was just cranking. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I just got to drown this noise out. So we turned the radio on, and we actually had a nice evening.
We did.
The
music was good. And when we fell asleep, I think we slept all night with the music. Just sitting there playing low. Not high, but very low.
And we got up this morning. I think, let me see. I can't remember what the pictures are exactly. Let me see if it'll even work. Maybe not.
Uh-oh, it ain't going to let us pull no pictures up?
Maybe not. Okay,
for some reason, it's not going to.
I don't even have pictures. Well, let's see. Not sure. Well, okay, one works.
One of them working. You might know it would be the one with Hank. Hank was
still for all of 30 seconds while I got this picture.
Yeah, he almost didn't stay still long enough to get the picture.
Yesterday, I think, or day before. One day he was over at the cabin with us. He goes over there. Sometimes I let him run around and play. And I tried like, 5 or 6 times. He would sit down and I would take a picture and he'd move just time I got it. And he finally, I bet he stayed there all of 30 to 40 seconds so I could get that picture. And then we have, I don't know if any of, for some reason, most of our pictures are not working.
That is so weird. It will not let us, there we go.
There's our potatoes. That's what our potatoes look like. They're, like we told you Thursday, we actually harvested a few of those, and I'm going to harvest some. That's what I was going to do yesterday and do a video, but I didn't do it. I'll try again.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it at some point.
This is Danny. He was working up in the high part, putting up a knee wall in the
loft of the cabin.
And let's see what else you did. Okay, so it's not letting me show any of the other pictures.
Ain't that weird?
For some reason. Okay. So one of the pictures was, I think, of Danny putting...
the webcam, is that supposed to be turned on?
No. We've got this on.
Okay.
This is that. Leave it alone.
Okay. I'm just going to go through the thing here.
They're not working. Okay.
Okay, that's...
Music Well says he's got to go move his plants. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said a while ago he had to go out to the greenhouse and move them.
But Danny worked on the fireplace a little more today. I did.
I worked on the fireplace today and the hearth.
Yeah. I've got a video coming up on Patreon on putting the fireplace in. It'll probably be up tomorrow or the next day. This weather's throwing me off uploading. And then after that, I forgot what's next on building.
On the cabin?
I've got them all mixed up. They're not exactly in order anymore.
Yeah, she's dragging her feet on this one.
Well, the deal is I can't go video all the time now.
Right, because she has to be at the
So
house.
when he's doing stuff, nothing gets videoed. So I run over and I'm taking snapshots. So there may be a conglomerate of snapshots of what he's done, and there's no explanations at times.
Yeah.
Because I'm just it's hard. So but we're getting there. He fixed breakfast this morning, and that's going to be another video. We're going over and do
We're going to actually do another video on a cool morning over there. I'm showing her how to cook breakfast on an off-grid situation in a fireplace.
It was awesome because I didn't watch him the other day when he cooked. I slept through most of his cooking. I'm just saying. And this morning I actually was watching what he did, and I said, "There's an art to that."
Yeah, there is.
And so.
Doesn't take. You can cook it as fast on a fireplace as you can in a gas grill.
He really did, and I said, "Look, there's an art to what you're doing, and I want you to show that." So we're going to do a video on his way of doing things, and I think y'all will really be amazed because I was after watching him. I mean, my pot of coffee perked just as fast as it would have if I'd have put it on the stove.
I perked that pot of coffee just as fast as you would if you put it on a gas or electric stove or anything. And it's all about how to do it. I mean, it's just, I've done it my whole life. I mean, I spent so many years living that way till it's come second nature to me.
Okay, so somebody's saying, do I need potassium and phosphorus
for potatoes?
Jan.
Jan, only time you need potassium and phosphorus for your potatoes is if your soil is depleted of it. And if you have a soil analysis that says that you need it added to the soil, then you add it. Potatoes probably need a lower pH around 5.5 to 6.5. So, and they need some nitrogen. So you might want to put something like, I don't know if you use fertilized, and you put triple 13. If you use organic, you can use blood meal or something like that. It's just if you use blood meal, you have to put it at a higher rate because they are nightshades and they do require more nitrogen.
I saw New Day says they're leaving for Louisiana, grandbaby number 3 coming Tuesday. Y'all, we want to put both my daughters on the prayer list because my oldest daughter is having baby number 6 and 7. She's got 5 children and she's having twins, and this week she found out both of them are girls. Yeah. And she is in very high risk already for pregnancy, so we want to keep her in prayer. And then my youngest daughter found out she was pregnant. She's 4 weeks behind the older one, and we don't know what she's having yet. She probably won't find out for a few more weeks, but we're just thinking boy. So we do want to keep these young mothers and others. I think Amy at Fuel Homestead, she's having a baby soon too. Hers is due within the next couple of months. I can't remember what month, but soon.
Oh, there's Miss Ashley. Hello, sweetheart. She says, we harvested a few of our very first potatoes this week. So exciting. Oh, great.
She's here in Mississippi.
Well, she's down the road from us here a few miles. Yeah. Lady Lane 49 says she was a cut worms. Lady Lane 49, getting worms out of my potato plants. You have cut worms in your potato plants? I've never.
That's crazy.
Never had worms mess with my potatoes. I've heard of potato beetles and stuff like that, but I've never had worms actually eat my potato plant.
Mike the Creek Man says, hey y'all, I'm not enjoying this warm weather.
Neither are we.
It got hot fast. Really fast. I like this wind blowing because it gives us a breeze without an air conditioner, but it's one of those deals. It's bad weather coming, so that's a good thing and a bad thing.
The busy little house said, if I could harvest snow, I would be set. Talking to Ms. Ashley. Diane says, would you repeat Amanda's PayPal, please? It's
Amanda at myfreedomacres.com.
Yeah, it won't let us type it or post it.
It won't let us, or it wouldn't a while ago. I'll write it out, and the at and .com I'll spell out. Okay, that way, put the @ sign and .com in and shove it all together.
Yeah, and shove it all together, and that should be able to help.
Florida Homesteader says, I'm about to be pulling my English peas. They can't handle this heat. Ours are actually blooming.
Yeah, they're blooming, but they look horrible.
Horrible. But we've been leaving them because we don't know what the heck's going on. We think the cold stunned them, and they looked weird, but they're actually blooming. Some of them are actually, 2 foot tall?
2 and 3 feet tall. Some of them are 3 feet tall.
Some of them are a foot tall. So if we make some English peas, it's better than not making any at all. That's the way we look at it.
Nadia says, how do I get rid of flea beetles off of my eggplants? That is a tough one, because flea beetles, once they start on anything, whether it's greens or eggplants, and eggplants a nightshade, whether they get started on these things, it is so difficult without using a heavy chemical to get rid of them. And they'll leave your leaves looking like somebody shot it with a shotgun. I mean, they're just full of tiny holes.
Oh, I wanted to mention something too. BP Earthwatch mentioned his power. He's in Mississippi, guys. He's in central Mississippi.
Yeah.
His power went out today for 2 hours. That's ahead of this storm. Already he was getting the wind damage that put his power out for 2 hours. So he said, if he already had power out for 2 hours, guys, heads up, pay attention, because this storm is going to put some power out in places. Yeah,
the busy little house says that you can use diatomaceous earth. I mean, you can do that. We've had some success with it. We've not had a lot of success. That's one reason I won't say it, but
you need the good stuff.
You need the good stuff in order to do it. But if you get diatomaceous earth, make sure you get the good diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And not the gray kind. You need the white kind.
We tried the gray, and it just what you get at your local farmer's.
Yeah, I see my daughter's on here.
Yes, I saw she popped in.
Let's see. Jan said her English peas about 6 inches high. And Kyle says, I'm new on here. We're glad to have you, Kyle.
Your daughter is in New Orleans. She said the wind's bad there.
Works on so many of these issues. Yeah. Well, diatomaceous earth works on any insects, just about.
Yeah, lots of things.
Lots of insects, especially soft-bodied ones.
Good, white, pure stuff.
Yeah.
You know. It may say pure, but I'm going to tell you what. I don't know. Just got 5G street lights here in Massachusetts. Little black antenna on top.
Yes, you'll see those. We see those everywhere.
We didn't realize that they were even out in the country.
They're on country roads where there's no houses anywhere around. You'll see a light pole up there with one sticking on the side of a light pole.
And we never even thought about it till 4 months ago?
Yeah, we were riding with the lorries, and Heidi pointed it out.
She pointed it out, and we had not really been that in tune to it.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, Sherry, we're on
early tonight because of the weather that's coming our way. Yeah, 5G technology, guys, I could go into that and just spend an hour talking about it. But
not today.
Not tonight.
We're just going to kind of chill for a little bit and have prayer for all these people that there's tornado warnings in Mississippi. Yes.
Yeah, the 5G, the dangerous microwave signals and stuff. There's a lot, guys. I don't know, at this point, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not real. There's so much information out there, and I'm having to sort through it to see what I feel like may be real and what may not be real. I do know they're saying that there's this, for the EMIs, that the shungite is probably not really real. It's just a marketing scheme. So there's lots of things out there. I'm just not EMFs, not EMIs. Yeah. EMFs. I'm just not going to go out and start saying anything until I have more information on stuff.
Can you can sugar snap peas? I have 40 pounds. They're the little pods.
That's the little pods. I don't know if you can you do the pods?
They freeze them. So
they freeze them, I know.
I'm thinking if you canned them in jars, they might be a touch mushy, but they would still be edible. I mean, it would be better than not having any. But you can, if you have a freezer, you can.
They probably freeze better than they can.
They probably would, I would think. But you might try some and see, but I don't know that I would do all of them and not like them. When you do something new, And two, it being a pod, I'm not sure how long you would process them.
Well, when I think about a pod, I think about it might be slimy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm not sure because
and I don't know what you would can it at. I mean, how long?
I don't know if there's a recipe for canning them. I know there are for the peas.
Can you can pigeon peas?
Yes, you can can any kind of peas.
Any kind of field peas or cow peas.
Cow peas or English peas or winter peas or anything like that. You can can.
We can all those. Any kind of peas and beans.
Yeah.
We do. Planted English peas into February, no blooms, only about 10 inches tall. Think they may pull them and try again. Yeah.
You know,
that's everybody's
having that problem.
We thought it was just us until we saw lots of people are having problems with English peas. So is it something in the atmosphere that's causing that English peas can't handle? But ours got frozen. We know what could have happened to ours, but now they're growing. Some of them, out of all our, how many of them's actually looking normal? Maybe.
Well, there's 4 rows.
No, there's 6 or 7.
6 or 7 rows. There's probably 4 of them that's okay.
But they're not okay. But they're not.
I mean,
they're tall.
They're tall, and we got 1 row. Row number 2 is only about this tall.
But what I'm saying, the leaves look right. We only have, out of all our plants, and there's probably several hundred plants, probably, if we could count 10 that look normal.
See, Kubota Acre says his English peas are over 4 foot tall and already potted out.
Yeah. So ours got a
freeze. Ours was in the freeze.
It rained and froze a solid sheet of ice on them.
Nadia, I don't know about how long you can the pigeon peas. You would probably just have to go and get you a ball book.
I think it's
or go online
40 minutes, but I can't remember. Your peas go a longer time. It's 40 or 50 minutes or something like that. Peas go a good while, if I remember correctly. But get a ball book. David said they didn't have good germination on English peas either.
Denise says, Mr. Danny, I met a friend of yours on YouTube, Eyes to See Ministries.
Yes.
Yes. Tori is a very nice lady. Yeah.
Yes. She does a great job. We talked to her
a
couple of days ago.
Renee says, what kind of blueberry bushes do you have? We have like 41 premier blueberries. We have 9 Alapaha blueberries. We have 1 Tiff Blue blueberry. And we have 1 wild native blueberry.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's...
Pastor Don says 5G is messing with the English peas. Hey, I don't know. I'm not going to say...
I think it was that cold.
I think it was a cold.
And they just having troubles. But we've got blooms, and some of them, I think, have small pods. So if we get some, we're thankful.
Yeah, well, Denise says she's trying to find the ball blue book. I've got the yellow and the orange one.
It's on Amazon. Were you the one that I sent the link? I thought I sent you the link to the blue one. Because they have 2 blue ones, actually, and I own both of them. And I don't remember which one, but I looked up the one that I use all the time.
Yeah.
I sent somebody a link, and I thought it was her, but it might not.
Time to sow. See, the same thing happened to us, time to sow. The blueberries flowered early. The frost killed a lot of them, but so far they're producing well. Ours is the same way. Ours actually put on a second batch of blooms.
Yeah. Now, the huckleberries, there's a few starting to turn, but also it froze our huckleberries.
Yeah.
We had bumper crop huckleberries. It froze, and lots of them fell off. So it kind of bloomed a second time. So the few that hung on are going to be ready, but our big tree out front that looks like
Azaleen said it was her.
Okay, so I knew I sent somebody a link. We had on the front tree that I looked at that's usually covered, it probably has a third of the huckleberries that it should have had. So
Jan says, Danny, which blueberry ripens all at once within a week? Is it the Tiff Blue? Yes, it's the Tiff Blue.
What is the difference between the blue books? Basically nothing exactly except
there's a few recipes in it that's different.
The recipes in each book will vary. Like if you get a one that has apple jelly. The next one might have apple blueberry jelly, and then the third one may have apple cranberry jelly. I mean, the biggest deal is the recipes in the back, is because we have 3, and I didn't notice there's nothing different about times or canning or anything like that.
No, my Kentucky home said they had orchards bloomed early and had a freeze, and but they did notice they still had some fruit, and that's where we're at. We noticed we have some fruit on some of the trees.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
And we have a few peaches.
We have a few peaches that are starting to come on.
Some pears. The figs are just coming out.
Yeah.
The apple's starting to bloom. We should have some apples.
We lost all the mulberries, but I don't know. Do we have new
They're
ones?
back. Yeah, the mulberries. The little tree is back, putting on some mulberries.
Okay.
One of the bigger trees is putting on a few, and one of them's still recouping. And
Busy Long says, I'm about to send you some chair cushions. Yeah, these chairs get hard. I'm not going to lie to you.
We need some good cushy chairs, and then we probably sleep through a live stream. So.
Yeah, I have a bad habit. If I'm looking at YouTube or looking at something, one of today tried to get me to look at a video somebody sent us through a personal link. Every time I sit there, I was just like dropping over.
I was like,
one was like, wake up, wake up.
There you go. I was going, are you watching this? Come on, are you watching this?
It was a good video for what I seen, though. It was about barking dogs and how to control them. But
yeah, we're obsessed. I'm sorry. No, really, we're not.
My daughter and Daddy has no booty, so I'm sure it's painful.
Pretty much.
I could say something, but I'm not, because this is a family-friendly show.
Let me hit this where I can show this. Okay. All right. Azaleen just put up the link to the Ball Blue Book. Was it Ashley that asked? No.
Azaleen.
Azaleen put it up, but it was Denise that asked.
Denise that asked.
Okay.
Guys, I hope y'all don't hear it, but those dogs are going crazy in the background.
Good old-fashioned dog whistle. We have bought a dog
whistle. We bought the dog whistles. It does not work. We bought the $150 monitor thing that's supposed to reach out about 100 yards. It don't even phase them.
We had people tell us to put radios. We've tried radios. We've tried blasting loudspeakers.
We've tried mega horns.
Actually, the Lorries have played all types of music, any kind of music
you can imagine. They even played barking dogs back at them, you know. Guys, these dogs are so loud, the decibels are so high, nothing phases them. So we're actually, I'll say it, I'm working with the state right now on it. The local officials won't do anything, so I've went above everybody's head and I'm working with the state, okay? We're going to find an answer.
Play the sound of a bear. Oh, I'm telling y'all, I don't know. Well, see, Florida Homesteader says he has hunting dogs and they don't bark like that. It's okay. Never mind.
We wasn't gonna get off on barking dogs.
Okay.
It's an obnoxious thing, but we're not getting off on it.
We'll just leave it alone.
We'll leave it alone.
Okay, the video on Candy Corn Porch was epic.
Yeah.
The one last night's what she's talking about.
One last night, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they we would like to
maybe we should do a funny video on all the failed tactics to try stopping barking dogs. Hey, I like that idea.
I like that idea.
We might could have a viral video on how to stop barking dogs.
Kyle says pray about it. Kyle, I've been praying for almost a year. I've been praying for over a year and a half about that, and for some reason God just hadn't done anything, and I don't know what it is. I mean,
we've just let it.
Yeah.
Gunshots, no.
We've shot guns, nothing affects them. No. It's not that. Well, I gotta quit.
That's it.
Gotta stop. Gotta stop.
Yeah, we probably do need to try that video. I think that would be funny because everything that's been done. Nothing you could try something and then they just keep barking. Try something, they just keep barking.
We could. I could make that video.
That would be funny.
That would be a fun video.
Back to gardening, that's it.
Yep, gotta get back to gardening.
Our rich subscribers should buy their land. I think so too.
I think so too, but
it ain't happening.
We don't know any rich subscribers, so
most of you are in our
most of you is in the same boat we're in.
No.
My daughter says God's paying you back for something you did in a prior life.
Probably.
Probably so. Probably so.
Oh, let's see.
Ah.
Back
Vince.
to Deep South Garden. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else? Y'all, I planted my garden. If y'all hadn't seen Crazy Days, I put up.
Wanda planted her garden.
Since Thursday, somebody, when I said I was going to plant my garden how I wanted to, that song, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to, was in my head. So over on Crazy Days, I put, It's My Garden and I'll plant how I want to. Because that song was playing in my head. And y'all, I planted it. Danny laughs at me because he said it's a lot shady, but he's looking at it in a different light.
Yeah.
He's thinking he can trim a few of the limbs, give it a little bit more sun, and possibly if the sun is blistering like it was last year, my garden may be the way to go.
Well, that's kind of an experimental thing. It's not shaded all day. It gets about 3 hours of sunshine. 3 to 4 hours of sunshine.
Anything new we're planting this year? I planted 4 different types of squash. And I don't remember. I don't know the names of them. But anyway, I think Jen at the Nut House sent them. Didn't you say that's who sent those?
That's right. When I seen the packages, I recognize them.
So it's 4 different types squash we've never planted before. And we're going to see if any of them do well at all. And so that's 4 things I planted that's different. I planted different types of beans, different types of peas.
She planted candy corn.
I planted my candy corn.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Bernadette.
I
think Miss Bernadette. And I did plant my candy corn. And we're going to see how well candy corn grows in Mississippi.
Shelly says, how do you keep everything watered? We don't.
God does.
God does. If it don't rain, it don't get watered. Now, some things we'll water if we have to.
Our pots, we water.
We water our containers because we have an automatic watering system hooked up on them.
Yeah.
But other than that, in the fields, we don't worry about it. I bought 4 raspberry plants today. Any advice? Good deep mulch.
Yeah.
We've learned on any of our berries, whether it's raspberry. Remember, your raspberries was doing nothing.
They were just in the ground, and they wouldn't do anything.
They wouldn't do nothing. We went and put mulch around them.
You helped. I'm sorry. He's bad about saying I do, and then I say something, and he goes,
don't interrupt me.
No.
When we put mulch around them,
I did.
I brought it up in the tractor bucket for you, okay?
Yeah, he did help. Cardboard, mulch, sugarcane baggage. Is that how you say it?
Sugarcane baggage.
Baggage?
Yeah.
Then rabbit poop. I dumped all this stuff down around them, and now I have a pretty good layer, probably an inch, 2 inches,
2 inches thick, yeah.
I kept adding that mulch that we had, and it worked with those things. They are really going, and they produced last year like crazy.
Oh, let's see here.
So I missed a question.
I missed a question, several questions while we were talking. We were looking at each other. I usually memorize them as they go by.
Oh, I did, but
do you plant ginger in full sun or partial shade? Our ginger's in full sun right now.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. I hadn't checked it, but I don't think it's come out. Our ginger usually comes out about probably this next month.
What type of mulch? We just had rotted wood chips. We had a big pile that had cow manure, chicken manure, and all that mixed in with it. And it had done rotted down with nothing but dirt, and we just put that around.
We had it for over a year before we started using it. We had it dumped in our yard, and we just kept adding to it. And then we started using it, and I put that around it. That's also what we used in our Back to Eden that we tilled all in and redid.
Yeah, now there's 2 kinds of raspberries. There's the vining kind, and there's the stalk or cane type.
And ours are vining.
Ours is the vining ones. Ours has thorns all over them. And a lot of the stalk type, you have to. There's different plantings for different ones of those. I mean, there's different requirements.
Jan says her walking onions are starting to get tops. Good.
Ours are too.
And Donna says, can ginger grow in zone 5? Yes.
Yeah.
You probably would have to dig it up in the fall and save part of it and put it back, or put it in a container and then put it back out.
A Bama gardener said they planted some watermelons but forgot where I planted them.
suggestion. Always mark your seeds.
Mark where you plant something, or either do a video.
All right, Sandy says she is on Patreon. Thank you. I love watching the videos. I just wish they were a little longer sometimes. On Patreon, yes. Some of them will be longer, some of them won't. It's just according mainly to whatever I'm trying to get in that video if it's on the cabin.
Asleen said, I forgot to plant my walking onions last fall. Can I plant them now? If they haven't dried up and shriveled up to nothing, yeah, you can still plant them. Because she's way up north anyway, so I mean,
yeah.
I have to take ginger in, even in our zone, in central Missouri. Yeah, you have to take, it's better to take it in.
I left mine in the ground, so, and I've done that for 2 years, but we did have a hard freeze for a couple of days, but I don't think it bothered mine. And I leave my turmeric in the ground too, so it usually comes back out.
Heaven Bound said their walking onions got flooded out.
Oh, man. Well, that's what I'm talking about with this weather.
Ours are doing fine. I mean, we have tons of them.
We're going to put some more up
There'll be some more up on Etsy later in the year, but
not right now.
Not right now. Kyle says, what kind of vegetables do you like to grow the best? That's an interesting question. What did you say, peas? Peas are the easiest one. Field peas now.
Field peas are easier to grow.
They're very easy. We have the machine. We can shell them.
Yeah, they're probably the easiest, best producing.
But you know what? I just like growing tomatoes. I can't help it. Tomatoes and peppers.
Yeah. I don't know. If I had to say, I guess I like my salads, and I like you said, the peppers. It's just, we planted a variety of peppers in different colors last year and different kinds, and we're doing that this year. It's amazing to go out there and pick banana peppers and orange peppers and yellow peppers and purple peppers and green and red and
jalapenos and cayennes and bells, and I mean any color bell you want.
It's just awesome to see the variety of peppers, and I don't know why, but I loved it last year. We just harvested a lot of peppers, so that's one of our biggest, I think, would be peppers.
ODP says, Danny, with the increased UV, maybe 3 hours of sun will be enough. Well, we're going to find out this year. We've got it. That's about what we're going to get, 3 to 4 hours of sun.
Yeah, it takes a good bit of area for field peas. But if you had even something the size of this room, what is this, 10 by 12?
Yeah, 10 by 12. 8 by 12.
Yeah, even something that small. If you plant your rows close together and just plant that many, you would be really surprised how many peas you would get off of an 8 by 10 area if you spaced them just right and planted them all together. Peas will grow and produce like crazy.
Papa Truck said he likes the poblanos. We like the poblanos because you can actually put them on the grill and cook them, and you can roast them, and the skins will pull off of them, and they're really good that way. Time to Sow says, my early girl tomato plants already have fruit on them, dreaming about the first tomato sandwich.
We've been eating tomatoes, not sandwiches.
Yeah, but Time to Sow is the one that was joking at me the other day when I was sitting there just putting a tomato in my mouth out of the greenhouse. Yeah.
Do we make our own salsa? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we make our salsa with nothing but onions, peppers, and garlic and tomatoes. And we cook it down really thick because with just that base, you can use it for spaghetti, chili. You can just put chips with it if you want to. I mean, eat it straight out of the jar.
You can add it to anything that you need. Tomatoes or tomatoes and peppers and onions. It's already ready. And that way we don't add any type of seasoning. Like I don't make it just for chili, and then I don't just make one for spaghetti and all that. I make one base, and then when I open the jar, I add my Italian seasonings for spaghetti, or I add my cayenne and my chili powder for making chili. And if we want tacos, I add my cumin and stuff to it to make my tacos. You know, or if we want to add it to ground beef and make dip and add cheese to it.
Old school with a modern twist. Yes, we'll be growing our sweet potatoes in the field again this year, Lord willing.
We're going to be putting some out probably within the next week or so. This weather kind of passes.
Oh, let's see here.
How big an area do we have to plant all our fruits and veggies? How big is that area up there?
60 by 80.
That one's 60 by 80. The potatoes are in probably
60 by 80.
It's that size too. It looks longer.
Oh, that potato. Oh, the
Potatoes.
potatoes is 60 by 100.
Yeah, and then the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes is 20 by 150.
Yeah. So see, we have all these places, plus we have containers in like 3 different places. We have sugar cane down here in a small area. We have tomatoes in another area. Um, I have what else? We have. That's about it. We have the hugel bed that we have planted on. We've about decided to let the hugel bed kind of rest this year and do something different because it's fallen in. It's not as high as it used to be.
Gravy 111. So you can cut them. You know, you cut a muscadine back almost all the way. I have a video up, don't I, about trimming muscadines? Yeah, we have a video on how I trim mine back. And you can go watch it. It's probably a little bit more explanatory than me sitting right here trying to tell you.
Do you like figs? Yes, Danny eats figs almost every morning.
Almost every morning.
We have a huge tree that produces between 25 and 30 gallons of figs a year, and we preserve every one of them.
Every one of them.
I've gotten to where I do them whole because he loves them whole because they're not real sweet. And it's quicker and easier to do them whole than it is to try and candy them down because he doesn't like the candied figs as well.
Let's see here. Those questions are zipping by us. The question was asked, which type of tomato do you prefer for salsa? We use the Amish paste for salsa. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked the question, how do we prevent cross-pollination? Well, in the years past, we kept everything 100 yards apart. But this year, we're not worried about pollination because we have so many seeds stored up already. We are going to not worry about it. We're going to plant everything all together because we're not saving seeds.
Can. What do you say is the best veggies to grow in containers from your experience? We have
butter peas.
These in the full sun are butter peas.
Yep.
These down here, right now, the onion, what is that?
Multiplying onions.
Green onions is growing well. Spinach
grew well.
Last year,
we've had peppers in them that grow really well.
Peas, we grew.
Lady peas.
Lady peas did good. I've got carrots growing in some now. They're not doing real well, but the soil is in the containers are packed more than it is in our garden for carrots. So I'm not sure how the carrots are going to do. I think carrots probably need more sandy soil than that container has.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how they're going to do.
Jump Off A said, Dan, did you kill the nematodes with a black plastic tarp? We do not know because nematodes do not affect plants until it gets hot weather. So we will not know until the hot weather hits. My daughter asked, if you buy a fig tree, how long will it take to produce fruit? Well, that depends. It could be anywhere from 2 to 4 years. You have to keep heavy mulch around it and keep it pruned right to make a tree out of it.
Do you rotate growing to let one go foul? One of them, I'm not sure, but
Jatan,
yes, our potatoes come out and our sweet potatoes go in. Like our tomatoes, we rotated out between tomatoes. What else did we put out there? No, what did we put? We let it lay this year.
We let it lay. Yeah.
Usually after the tomatoes come out, we put a winter crop in there.
Yeah, but we let it lay.
We let it lay this year.
Yeah.
This one up here we took in the wintertime. We had broccoli, chard,
but
cabbages.
We planted the broadleaf mustard over most of it to prevent nematode control.
And then we took all that out, and now we have English peas, green beans.
We killed them all in.
Our green beans look awesome.
Yeah, the green beans
They're coming up. Oh, your corn. That was one of the videos.
I know it, but it wouldn't let us put it up.
His corn is up. Stowell Evergreen.
Stowell Evergreen sweet corn's up this tall. Yeah. Beulah Land says, how long can you store seeds? It depends on the seed. If you have corns, peas, and beans, and peanuts, and stuff like that in the freezer, forever, as long as they're cold. But things like tomato seeds, cucumber seeds, and peppers and stuff like that, I would say probably 3 years. Carrot seeds, probably 3 years.
Watermelons,
anything like that after about 3 to 4 years. You probably need to plant more than you normally would because the germination rate may not be as much.
Their Kentucky Wonders went crazy last year. We just planted some
Blue Lakes this year
to try. I've got contenders over at the cabin garden. We planted some contenders and they just did not seem to even want to come up. So Danny just replanted Blue Lake to see how they do, because contenders did not do very well last year.
As Mary asked, how many varieties of tomatoes are y'all growing this year? Well, we have the early girls because of the cold weather.
Yeah.
I have beefsteaks. I have an F1 hybrid. I forgot what the name of it is. We have yellow pear. We have patio tomatoes. We have the blue indigo series tomatoes, which was a cherry drop, I believe.
And the yellow pear.
I said that.
Okay.
Then there's two more, and I can't. Well, it's just not coming to mind because they're not varieties. Creole.
Yeah, the Creole.
We're doing the Creole. The Bella Rosa from Hall's Tool, and there's another one that's just not coming to my mind.
Do you store the seeds for 3 years in airtight containers?
Yes.
Like plastic totes or something?
Well, they're not necessarily airtight.
Yeah, I would say plastic
Most
totes.
of them are in Ziploc bags stuck inside of plastic totes. Yeah.
What is your best corn? Danny corn, of course.
Well, my best corn is Danny corn, the corn I created. It grows 16 It grows 16 feet tall and has ears on it like this long. You know, I mean, it's great corn. But
we just didn't get any. We haven't planted any. We need to plant some.
I need to plant a little bit of it this year.
We've got the Stowell Evergreen, which is a sweet corn, and we've got the candy corn, which is a sweet corn.
Renee says, Howard wants to know, can I plant habaneros next to tomatoes? Yes, they're both in the nightshade family. It's not a problem.
Do we freeze peppers and are they mushy? No. I do not process peppers at all. I simply cut them up.
Yes, you do freeze them.
I do freeze them. I don't process them.
Because they said, do you freeze them?
Yeah, I said I do freeze them, but I don't process.
Are they mushy if you do?
No.
No, they're not.
I cut them up. If you want them in strips, you cut them in strips. If you want them chopped, you chop them. Do not cook them, don't heat them, don't do anything. Just chop them up and put them in your freezer. And when you take them out, they're fine to me. I wouldn't eat them in a salad, I guess. They might be mushy.
They're good for cooking.
But for cooking, they're perfect.
Living Miracle Homestead said, which tomatoes do you grow in the heat? It's already 85 here. Particularly, now I don't mean to sound cruel about this. Most tomatoes do not set fruit once temperature gets above 85 degrees.
It's hard for them to keep producing. That's why our tomatoes are out now. The ones in my greenhouse, my mini greenhouse in the green stalk, have tomatoes this big. Now these are patio tomatoes, so they may not get much bigger than that. But I have 2 plants with tomatoes all over them. I have blooms everywhere if this wind don't get to everything.
This wind is horrible.
If you want Danny corn, go to our Etsy store, deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. And if it's not there, message me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com and I will put some more up.
We understand Grandma Rose. That's why we were on early tonight, which we've already gone over.
Yeah.
But the weather's getting worse outside.
We can hear the wind now. It's dark, but
yeah.
We can hear it getting worse.
What's the best process for freezing corn? Blanch it first, then freeze it.
Oh my goodness. Ann and Andy says they have a dipper gourd that their great-grandma gave them about 35 years ago. Do you think they will grow if I get the seeds out? Oh my goodness.
It's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't plant them all. I would just experiment with a few of them.
Yes, that's pretty awesome to have one that old. I mean, yes, that's the way people preserve seeds.
Yeah.
So
leave them inside their original container, and lots of times they'll do fine.
Yeah, time to sow says start tomatoes early, shut down in the summer, and plant again for a fall crop. That's right. Here where we live, when it gets extremely hot, mid-July and August, tomatoes quit making.
Florida Homesteader said he planted mortgage lifters for the first time this year. We planted them, 2 or 3 years ago? And they done fantastic. I mean, them things were that big around and just beautiful.
Wow, Music Well moved 630 plants. Oh, man.
There's Mr. John. Hello, Mr. Dirt.
Hey, Dirt. He's been
watching the weather come over us. It looks like it's a time for you. Yeah, it's going to be a time.
Last night in that cabin, y'all, the rain sounded like it was 10 times worse than it was. Oh,
that metal roof.
The worst storm ever.
Yeah, we come on live early tonight, so if everything blows away, y'all can say, well, we saw them right before they blew away.
You're being.
I know.
That's not it. It's not going to blow away.
No, we're not going. We actually came on early tonight because we want to make sure we got the prayer requests in.
Yeah, and we're going to pray and Gossmania. The weather is bad here too in Socher.
Yeah, they're about 10, 15 miles below us here.
All right, so.
Let's see.
What are we doing now? You want to?
Amanda just popped in somewhere. There she is.
She did.
Just woke up and wanted to hop on for a few moments. Thank you for the prayers. My surgery was yesterday. I got home, but
a great deal of pain.
I'm trying to sleep much of it off. And y'all, this is Amanda from Freedom Makers. We were telling you about that had the surgery at the beginning of this. Amanda, I probably shouldn't do that, should I?
I don't know. I don't read your mind.
Okay, guys, if y'all want to bless Amanda like we talked about at the beginning of the program, then you can go to Amanda
at MyFreedomMakers
at MyFreedomMakers.com
on PayPal.
On PayPal.
He's not done PayPal, y'all. He is like totally.
Yeah, I'm not a PayPal person, but I'm amazed that Amanda actually made it in because she had surgery.
Gossmania says prayers for his dad having AFib surgery on Wednesday.
Okay. Everyone
in the path of the storm for sickness and loss. So we've had a lot of people asking for prayers. Lou says it's raining there now, plus thunder and lightning. So this moving into Mississippi, guys. So we probably do need to.
We're probably gonna have to jump off because if we don't go ahead and have prayer and get off of here, it's probably Kyle says his son is very sick. His name is Morrow?
Yeah, something I don't know how you Morrow. Gossmania says severe wind. So yeah, we've had the wind, but if Lou's getting thunder and lightning and
Grandma
rain,
Rose says
Grandma Rose, it will be getting it next if it comes our way.
Mm-hmm.
Country Homestead Preacher. So what we want to do is go ahead and pray right quick in case we get knocked off, and then we can. Stringfield says they got back. They went and helped from Andy's. They went and helped too.
They went and helped two family over there. Yeah, we were just talking about two family earlier.
We were talking about the people going to help, and I did not realize Stringfield Ridge went also, but I knew two family was there.
Yeah.
We've not got to watch any videos yet. We've been over Boss of the Swamp. That was the other one.
That was the other one. Yeah.
I knew we were forgetting somebody.
Yeah, JC has had surgery, and we want to keep him in our prayers in his healing process.
Yes, because we do miss him and not being able to see that.
Gemini says their grandson's headed to Oshers in New Orleans next week. We'll keep them in prayer.
Psalms 91.
I love Psalms 91. Pray that God will keep us under his wings and protect us.
She said they got rained out most of the day at Andy's.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys have natural gas line? You can get a nice generator. We do not have. We don't have any
natural gas here.
So we're still live at this moment. We're fixing to have prayers for son Chris having
heart issues. Okay.
Yes, we jumped on early because the weather's fixing to come in, and we want to get our prayer requests and prayer things done.
Try to beat this before, because our satellite here it's just running crazy.
So we're fixing to have to dart out. I'm having a hot flash. So
you having a hot flash in here? Well, the wind's not blowing where it actually comes through the windows. It's actually going in the other direction.
I get that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and have prayer, guys. Father, we're so thankful that you've been good to us. You're an awesome God. And God, we look for your protection tonight. We are fixing to go through some awesome weather. A lot of people's already in it. We're praying for the protection of those that's in it. And for those that have already gone through it, the destruction, Lord, we pray for recovery for them. And Father, through all the high winds, the rain, the hail, the tornadoes, and everything, we ask for your guiding hand to be over every person under the sound of my voice tonight in this chat, that they would be protected through all the weather, including ourselves, Lord. And not only them, but their possessions, Father. Lord, I stopped tonight to think about all the ones we mentioned tonight. We talked about Andy and how he's had problems in two family, and The other YouTube channels have been there to help out. Father, we're so thankful that this community's come together and done stuff like that. Lord, we think about Amanda tonight as she's had a surgery. She's in the recovery mode. And Lord, we're praying for speedy recovery for her. And if anybody here wants to bless her financially tonight, then they can go to her PayPal account and help her out financially as a single mother trying to raise a child, Lord. And Father, we think about Boss of the Swamp. JC's had some issues, and we pray that he can recover, Lord. Father, the ones that mentioned their sons, going to Oshner's on Denise, and the other one that mentioned he had his sons having problems. One of them, somebody's having heart issues, Lord. There's so many for me to be able to sit here and actually remember tonight. Father, I'm praying for your healing hand. Starry, she comes to mind, Lord, about cancer. We think about Nikki, her cancer, Lord, and all the other ones that's had cancer, Father. It's just, it seems to be running rampant right now, and I'm just praying for healing for all of these people tonight, Lord, that has requested your prayers, and heart surgeries, all the different ones, and back pain and back problems I saw here tonight, Lord. All of these, I want to just bring them to your attention tonight and ask that you would just look over them, Lord, and heal their bodies tonight. And Father, there are those out there tonight that has financial issues, has marital problems, many different types of strongholds in their life, Lord. I'm praying for each and every one of them that they can work things out, resolve issues in their life. And Father, I'm praying tonight that you give us power over the enemy, power among men. And Lord, if people come up against us, as it says in the Bible, that they'll come in one direction, but they'll run in seven from us, Lord. We pray that type of power tonight over everyone in this chat. Lord, be with our country. It seems like it's in tumultuous times now. The food supply in this country is going down the tube, and it's going fast, Lord. We pray that every person in this chat tonight, you will provide food for each and every one of them, or give them the knowledge and the ability to raise their own food, Lord. As the solar minimum comes in, the earth's shields go down, and Lord, the weather patterns change. We pray for wisdom and knowledge over all of these areas and understanding to be able to use it so that we might be able to grow the types of foods that we need to be able to produce what our families require now. Lord, we just want to say we love you. We want to say thank you. And Father, I thank you personally tonight for each and every person that came into this chat and wanted to be a part of it. I thank you for this community, Lord. And Father, I ask you, as I have always asked you, to purge our community and get rid of the people that don't belong in it, those that are here for no good but to stir up mischief. Father, those people need to go and make room for people that really want to learn and really want to be educated, Father. And I pray that you will bless us so that we'll be able to reach out and bless them. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay. Woo. About to burn up in here, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Oh, that's Barnum Bailey's Boomerang Circus, isn't it? Okay.
I don't know. Whatever you're saying. Best storage for Cherokee tan pumpkins, dry or canned. If you just
dry them and put them in a Ziploc bag, as long as they're dry, they'll last.
If they're talking about seeds, but if you're talking about
the Cherokee pumpkin,
you could can it, but we just got ours just still whole.
Yeah, there's no more on the shelf in here.
Yeah, there's several in yonder.
If you do pick them, cut the stems very long, and ours have lasted for a whole year
that way,
and still good.
Jamie at American Home.
Oh, that was one of the other ones. Jamie and Zach. Jamie's got mouth cancer, so we want to definitely keep her in our prayers. Yes.
There's so
many.
Guys,
there's so many. I can't.
I don't write things. I mean, I looked at my book here and
we forgot Patty and Tommy, and I mean, but we pray for Patty and Tommy all the time. Miss Patty Alderman's mother passed away, and we want to remember them. We talked about Brian's stepmother passing away. Remember that family. There's a lot of people out here that that we just try to pray for.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump off, guys, because it's already 8:20.
Christy said her air conditioning quit working, and y'all pray that Christy gets her air conditioning fixed.
Yeah.
We hadn't even tried ours.
Yeah.
It probably should be on now.
And y'all pray for us because we do pick our taxes up Monday morning. And
yeah, we got to go pick our, well, tomorrow evening. We got to go
she
pick our
said
taxes.
maybe tomorrow evening, but
Yeah.
Monday morning at the latest.
Yeah.
And yes, we're last minute. We're last minute tax people.
Well, it takes a long time to put all of our stuff together.
Well, no, technically it sat on the floor for several weeks because I didn't touch it.
Well,
let's just be honest.
well, I mean, I am
You're
being
trying
honest.
to cover for me, but I left it in the floor.
Oh, I didn't want to say you just didn't want to do them, but
well, I didn't want to do them. We could have done ours like 2 months ago, but we just kept putting it off.
Pastor Don says, are Cherokee pumpkins like Seminole? Yes, they're a lot like them, but they taste a lot better.
Yeah,
and we have seeds on our Etsy store, so if you would like, to both of them. So if you would like either one, you can go to our Etsy store, deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Okay, guys.
I'm jumping off here. We're gonna go cool it because that wind is starting to whip really harder than it was when we got on here.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty rough out there.
And we'll talk to y'all later. We'll have a few videos coming up. Thank you, Mr. Dirt, for jumping in and helping out. Music well, and I don't remember, there's several others who are in and out here helping moderate, and we appreciate you guys. And talk to y'all later.
Yeah.